All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have brand new Demon Rush cards. These are all promotional cards that are just coming out now. The very first will be General Adler. So now you can finally play as neutral. As he says, neutral soldiers you control gain +1 strength. You can use cards from any faction except for holy and evil structure spells and greater beings. So this will allow you to basically use almost every card in the game for your deck except for greater beings and structures. This allows you to use a lot of speed in the game, the best speed and defense cards from both holy and evil, with the exception of you lose out on the structures. And you'll see that although the deck is fast, without structures, it definitely struggles a little bit. But neutral is extremely viable. Perhaps it's the best deck and we just haven't figured it out yet. To me, it seems like it's a very viable competitive deck with some crazy plays, but I kind of feel like Holy and Evil are a pinch stronger. So could be wrong about that, but we will have to see what kind of decks you guys come up with. But in any case, I printed 2,000 of these, I believe, and so these will be on sale now on the website. You can get them for $10. We're just going to start with Adler, and then every week we'll hold a new tournament at a different location and we'll release a new promo card. So let's get into the second one. The first is General Adler. The next three are going to be our three Kickstarter patrons, Brandon, Ginken, and Juan, and we have turned them into cards. They have become immortalized. Brandon, the Holy King, he got third place in the national tournament. He only plays Holy, and because he donated so much to the Kickstarter for Demon Rush, we immortalized him to become an actual card in the game, and it's beautiful. I mean, the colors, the shine and the foil on this, ridiculous. So his abilities are that all holy fighters you control gain +2 strength, and that's insanely strong, including your champion. So Soren will get +2, as well as Brandon will become a 10 strength, and it will boost all of your holy fighters. But the thing is, you can body obstruct him on his rally. You can body obstruct him when you rally another soldier that he would be activating to buff that soldier. And you can also body when he uses his effect to try and prevent destruction by discarding a spell card. So there's a lot of ways to get around him, but he's really nice, big, juicy, fat, holy soldier that pumps up your whole team. He's kind of like the Holy Cipasli. He's very, very, very good. And then Jork is at 3/5, which is the first in the game to have that combination. So he's inexpensive, he's pretty strong, and his effect is you can, once per turn, you can spend 2 Imperium to search your deck for a 2 strength Holy Soldier and add it to your hand. So you can get Dorn, you can get Wolf, and a hero, and it's pretty nasty. So if you go this guy, search hero, play hero, replenish 6, you basically got 2 monsters out for free. And then finally we have Sajuk the Prophet. So he's a 3/4, he'll be a 3/5 if you're using General Adler. Imperium limit +2. Whenever your opponent rallies a soldier, replenish 1 Imperium. And this is like really good because like neutral can kind of struggle without the structures to replenish Imperium. Sajuk is kind of like the beginning of a kind of anti-meta control neutral deck. So those are the three new guys based on the Kickstarter patrons. So thank you so much to these guys for believing in Demon Rush and believing in me, and I'm so proud to have turned you guys into these beautiful cards. Next, we have Isroth the Imperium Mage. So he looks incredible. So what Isroth does, Imperium limit +1, and once per turn during your turn, you can discard 1 soldier, which is a cost, to replenish Imperium equal to that soldier's strength and draw 1 card. So if you're running a lot of like fat evil soldiers in your deck, like let's say the Snake Titan, Basilisk, anything like that, Nefarious Rock, if they're just too expensive to play, you can discard them and replenish to full and draw a card. So this guy opens up a lot of interesting deck combinations for evil. However, though, discarding a soldier to get that replenish, if he gets bodied or slept or exodus or whatever, it really hurts. I mean, you're taking a -1, you're not getting the replenish, and it's pretty painful. But he definitely opens the doors for some crazy plays in evil. We'll have to see how people use him. Next up, we got Drawl Thief. And Draw Thief is you pay 3, and you can basically negate your opponent drawing a card with a card effect, i.e. Prayer Beads, Ancient Coin, or Apple. And this is exceptionally good for when Holy goes first. As an evil player, you want to side these in because so you can try and stop their opening play. Because the thing is with Holy, when they go first, they use all their draw power and they have like a +2 advantage on you. And this card was basically designed to give you the opportunity to stop that. Next up, we have Blood Warp. So this is like an evil divine and a Wheel of Time in one. So you can only divine your own evil cards. You can't divine anything. You can return it to the hand and then replenish your Imperium to full, but you can't play that card name again, and you can only activate 1 Blood Warp a turn. So evil has had a slight problem with replenishing. Sometimes it can just get too behind Holy, and it needs something to kind of replenish and bring out a big play. And so that's what Blood Warp's supposed to do. You play Cipasli, they body it, and then you Blood Warp, keep your Cipasli, and now you have 10 Imperium to drop Kulsu or an Arcog and defend it, something like that. It's a horrible top deck, but it's incredibly good in your big trade situations. But the thing is, yes, replenish to full sounds crazy, but you can stop this card with any kind of removal. So if you remove the target for Blood Warp, it fizzles, and I expect you'll be seeing a lot of that. And then finally, we have Unyielding Shackles, a 0-cost neutral card. This is a pure counter to any of the removal cards like Divine, Blood Warp, and Exodus. That's literally the only thing it counters. Target 1 card on the battlefield until the end of the turn. It cannot be removed from the battlefield in any way except for destroying or sacrificing. So the entire point of that is to be a counter to Divine, Blood Warp, and Exodus. And it costs 0, so it can absolutely catch your opponent by surprise. I won a couple games with this. It is huge for those tight plays. Like if you can counter a Divine with this, it's pretty massive. It potentially even game winning. And then finally, I redesigned Malicious Ghost as an ultra premium to make him look just way more beautiful and colorful because he was kind of dark. And this card is such a staple. It's just like, it's insanely good in evil. He's just so cheap. He can draw cards. He's threatening. Like you have to waste bodies and sleepings on him because you don't want your opponent to draw. He's almost too good, but he's very, very, very solid. And because of that, I wanted to give him a foil. So you can actually buy these on the website now for $10 each. Malicious Ghost Ultra Premium. So the next thing I'm going to do is make some deck videos on General Adler and exactly how you get some of the deck building combinations for this card. Some of the biggest ones are like Urzen with Wolf, Dorn into Urzen can be crazy. You know, you can use the apples and the prayer beads. You can draw like crazy, but again, the thing is, a lot of drawing doesn't necessarily get you anywhere. What this deck is missing is some power. And so, yeah, it draws a lot, but it's kind of lacking power, as you guys will see. But maybe you can prove me wrong. Some of you guys make some crazy deck ideas, so I'm looking forward to it, and be on the lookout for some more Demon Rush videos.